Good day, everyone. Our topic today is about network hardware. Networking hardware, sometimes called network equipment or computer networking devices. It refers to all the physical devices that make a network work. The devices that generates or receives data are called hosts or data terminal equipment. All these terms basically describes devices that facilitate the use of computer network. They help mediate or manage the flow of data so the computers and other devices can communicate efficiently. Imagine your school ICT lab, the computers you use are the hosts. The routers and the switches connecting them are the network hardware. And together, they make sure you can share files, print documents, and access the internet smoothly. A network operating system or NOS is a special software that runs on the server. It controls how the network operates by deciding who can access the network and how the information and devices like printers or storage are shared among users. Imagine your school network, the server runs a NOS or Network Operating System that allows teachers and students to log in, access shared files, use the printer, or connect to the internet. The NOS makes sure that everyone gets the right permission and the data is managed efficiently across the network. A file server is a high-capacity computer that provides resources to all users on the network. It, it is often called the heart of the network because it manages and stores files, application, and data that other computer can access. A file server usually has a large amount of RAM and a storage space, a fast network interface card, and sometimes tape backup devices to make sure that the data is safe and can be retrieved if needed. Imagine your school network, the file server stores all the student records, class materials, and shared programs. When a teacher or student wants to access a file, it comes from the file server, ensuring that everyone can share and access resources efficiently. A computer in a network is called a workstation or a client or a host. It's a computer that is connected to the network and usually needs a network interface card to communicate with the server and other devices. Workstations don't necessarily need a large storage like flash drive or hard disk because files can be saved and accessed directly from the file server. Imagine your ICT classroom, each student's computer is a workstation or a host. When you save your project or open a file, it doesn't stay on your computer. It is stored on a file server. So other students or teachers can also access it if needed. And Computing is a desktop virtualization company that makes a hardware and software to create a virtual desktop, sometimes called zero clients or team clients. This virtual desktop allows the multiple user to share a single operating system instance of at the same time, meaning several people can use the same computer resources without needing separate computers for each users. Imagine your ICT lab has 10 virtual desktops connected to one per powerful server using the N computing device. 10 students can work on their own screen simultaneously, but all are actually sharing the same operating system and resources from the server. This setup saves cost, space, and electricity while still allowing everyone to work efficiently. Okay, so this part is pinapakita ko sa inyo is the actual hardware ng end computing. Dito sa part na to class is itong hardware na to is nilalagay natin sa likod ng monitor. So, ang client kasi sa end computing is meron tayong client which is yung monitor lang siya, keyboard, and the mouse. Then, meron tayong main server kung saan doon natin sinisave lahat ng files na nandun sa mga client na yun, which is the monitor. Kasi syempre, hindi naman tayo makakapag-save plus ng file sa monitor, tama? And also this one, this hardware is wala siyang hard disk drive. So basically, meron tayo ditong end computing yung device nga na kinoconnect sa likod ng monitor. So this one is syempre kailangan pa rin ng flash drive. Next is we have here yung headset, another set for flash drive. I know, this is for the power, okay? This one is for the Ethernet. So, sa Ethernet, nakakonekta tayo sa iisang switch or iisang router kasama si server. So, para magkikita-kita sila doon. Next, we have also for the VGA. So, dito kinoconnect yung other end ng VGA natin. Next, we have here the power. Okay? Another power for para do sa end computing natin. So, this one is another source lang or another flash drive lang po pala to. This part. So, basically is mas makakatipid nga siya kasi nga we have here, for example, ito yung pinaka-server natin. Then, meron tayong mga monitor or clients. Ayan. Ayan. For example, ayan. Yan yung clients natin. Then, itong server na to is nakakonekta siya sa iisang router or switch. So, dito meron tayong switch, for example. Then, nakawire yan dito. Yung mga client, nakawire yan dyan. And another dito and dito. So, paano sila nagkikita? Basta dapat is meron silang common na network hardware na naka-connect. Okay? So, makakatipid. Si DepEd kasi one of the, yan yung ginamit namin. Nakakatipid siya kasi hindi kanya-kanyang system unit. Okay? So, keyboard and mouse lang and monitor and syempre kailangan nito na end computing device. Ang disadvantage is kapag yung students is sabay-sabay na gumagamit ng, for example, Photoshop or yung mabibigat ng mga application, dahil nga naghahati-hati sila dito sa server na to, naghahati-hati sila ng RAM, naghahati-hati sila ng hard disk drive, lahat ng resources is bumabagal-bagal. So for example, ang RAM niya is 8 gig yung RAM. So dito is tagto 2 gig na sila. So, ang makikita nila sa monitor is minsan gumagalaw-galaw yung mouse nila or hindi ganun ka-smooth yung pag edit nila kasi nga yung mouse nila is parang may sariling buhay. Hindi nila masyado ma-control. So again, lahat ng nandito sa server is pwedeng i-share using the end computing. Okay? So para siyang virtual desktop. Okay? Para siyang may sariling system unit, pero basically, nandito lang naman sila, nakakonect lang naman sila dun sa pinaka main server. Sana malinaw po yun. Next, we have a repeater. A repeater is a network device that regenerates and amplifies signals so data can travel over a long distance without losing a strength. It works by receiving a signal, boosting it, and rebroadcasting it to continue along the network. Some repeaters can even do a basic error checking to make sure the signal is accurate. Repeaters can be separate device or built into other device like concentrators. They are inexpensive and are often used to overcome distance limitation in a network. Imagine your school has two buildings far apart without repeaters. The network signal from one building might become weak before reaching the others. Using repeater, the signal is boosted so the computers in both buildings can communicate and access the network smoothly. So class, this is the repeater. This is the actual na picture ng repeater. Pero yung iba, meron pang antenna. So, ito, for example, meron tayong internet. Then, yung internet natin, syempre, para sa bahay natin, is the router. So, gumagamit tayo, class, ng Wi-Fi, basically. So, ngayon, ang problem natin, so for example, yung kwarto natin, okay, yung room natin is merong nakaharang. Okay, nakaharang na makapal na pader. So, hindi nape-penetrate or mahina yung signal dun sa inyong kwarto. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin is maglalagay tayo ng repeater. So, pwedeng ilagay natin siya sa bandang sa kwarto or medyo malapit sa kwarto. Basta lang umabot yung signal. Pero mas maganda dun na sa loob ng kwarto. Ngayon, for example, yung signal natin, ayan, is hanggang dito lang. Okay? Yung signal natin is hanggang dito lang. Then the rest is wala nang signal. So, ang gagawin ni repeater is i-repeat niya yung nakukuha niyang signal. So, parang magkakaroon tuloy tayo ng extension ng signal papunta dun sa ating kwarto. So, kaya nga repeater kasi nire-repeat niya yung signal or ina-amplify niya yung signal na nakukuha niya mula kay router. Para yung signal ay umabot doon sa gusto ninyong room or kung saan ninyong lugar na walang signal. Mesh Wi-Fi is a whole home Wi-Fi system. It's designed to eliminate dead zones and provide uninterrupted through internet throughout your home. Mesh routers allows devices in your network to enjoy fast speed, wider coverage, and more reliable connection because multiple routers or nodes work together to distribute the signal evenly. Imagine your house has several floors. Normally, your Wi-Fi signal might be weak in your room upstairs. Using a mesh Wi-Fi system, all devices, the phone, the laptop, the smart TVs can connect to a strong internet anywhere in the house without interruption. So, ang mesh ng Wi-Fi and repeater ay almost the same. Okay? Pero syempre, yung price range nila ay magkaiba. So, mas mura yung mesh wifi, parang less than 500. Ay, sorry. Yung repeater is mas mura kaysa kay mesh wifi. Ang repeater is nasa less than 500. Ang mesh naman is meron siyang 3 nodes. So, basically, pag bumili ka ng mesh, is tatlo siya. Tatlo siyang nodes or tatlo siyang equipment. Pwedeng ganito, katulad ng nasa picture, pwedeng pabilog or pa-tower yung itsura. Ngayon is, paano gumagana yung mesh wifi? So, ang ginagawa niya is ina-amplify niya, sila, ina-amplify niya yung signal mula dun sa pinaka-router. So, yung isang mesh, okay? So, for example, this one, yung first node natin is, ito yung router. Okay? Ayan ang router. Tapos, dyan nakakonect yung first node or first mesh. So, yung sakop niya ay hanggang dito lang. Ngayon, dahil sa roof deck, hindi na abot syempre yung signal. So, nakikita ninyo signal dun sa pinaka-roof deck, ayan, or attic, is hanggang dito lang. So, parang isang 1 bar lang yung signal. So, lalagyan natin, isasaksak lang natin yung another mesh. So, yung mesh na katiting na nakukuha niya is mas mapapalaki niya pa. Okay? So, kung ano yung sakop ng mesh na signal is mas mapapalaki niya or mas ma-amplify niya pa. Next is this one. So, for example, is papunta na dun sa kwarto. So, yung sa kwarto natin dito, sa side na to, kung wala yung mesh, wala na silang signal. Kasi ang signal ay hanggang dito lang. Okay? So, dahil doon is pwede pa siyang ma-amplify. Ayan. So, abot na dun sa pinaka-kwarto. So, kung malaki yung bahay, maraming dead spot, or maraming pader, and maraming kwarto, pwede kayong bumili ng mesh wifi. Parang yung mga PLDT ngayon, pag nag-subscribe ka or Globe, is kasama na sa payment mo yung mesh wifi. Parang may idadagdag lang do'n sa payment mo. Parang hulugan yung mangyayari. Pero kung bibili ka, kunyari may internet ka na at bibili ka, nasa worth 10,000 yata siya sa TP-Link yung brand, nasa worth 10,000. So, maganda rin siya investment kasi kaysa kay repeater, si repeater kasi mababa lang yung Mbps niya na kayang i-repeat. Unlike kay mesh wifi is mas mataas yung Mbps at mas reliable yung signal niya kaysa kay repeater. Next, we have a bridge. A bridge is a network device that connects two similar local area network or LANs. It works by accepting all data packets from one networks that are meant for devices on the other networks, buffers them, and then transmit them to other network. This way, devices on both network can communicate. Imagine your school has two LANs in separate building. A bridge can connect these LANs so that the students and teachers in both buildings can share files and resources as if they are on the same network. So again, for example, we have two buildings. Okay? Ayan. So yung two buildings na yon is gusto mong i-connect yung LAN nito at LAN nito. So for example, gusto mag-share ng data. So kailangan lang natin ng mahabang UTP cable, okay, or any type of cable na coaxial or fiber optics, then ko-connect lang natin siya dun sa bridge. Okay? A hub is also called a concentrator. It's a network device that sends and receives signals between all the devices connected to it. It used to connect multiple devices to the network at the same time. Hubs are commonly found in star and star-wired ring network topology. Imagine your ICT classroom, all student computers are connected to hub. When one computer sends data, the hub receives it and broadcasts it to all other computers, allowing everyone to communicate or access shared resources on the network. A switch is basically a high-speed multi-port bridge. Today, switches are replacing multi-port repeaters in UTP or unshielded twisted pair network. It's like an intelligent hub because it keeps a bridging table that tracks which hardware addresses are on which network segment. One big advantage is that a switch can dedicate bandwidth to each port, so each devices get faster and more reliable communication compared to a simple hub. So imagine your school ICT lab with many computers connected to a switch. When one computer sends a file, the switch directly forwards it to the correct computer instead of broadcasting to everyone. This makes the network faster and reduces unnecessary traffic. Routers are similar to bridges because They connect two or more physically separate network segments. The difference is that the network segments linked by router remain logically separate, meaning each segment can function as its own independent network while still being able to communicate through the router. Imagine your school has two campuses with separate LANs. A router connects these campuses so they can share the internet and communicate, but each campus's network still operates independently, keeping their local resources and traffic separate. So class, example niyan is yung nandun sa ICT room. So meron tayong makikita sa ICT room na router na PLDT. So yung PLDT na yon is for the teachers. Okay? So, pwedeng kumonect lang doon ay yung mga teachers. Then, nag-connect ako sa kanya ng block na router, which is another TP-Link na router. Tapos, kinonect ko kay yung PLDT router. So, anong nangyari? Shinare ni router yung internet do sa another router. So, yung router na yon is for students. Okay? So, kung for example, hindi niyo makikita yung mga files na naka-connect or yung mga yung mga tawag dito, yung mga teachers na naka-connect dun sa router na yon. Okay? So for example, nag-file sharing yung sa PLDT, mga naka-connect sa PLDT, hindi niyo makikita yon kasi hindi kayo naka-connect directly dun sa router ng PLDT. So ang makakakita lang nun is yung syempre naka-connect. Then kami rin, doon sa students na router is hindi rin namin makikita kung magpa-file sharing man lang doon sa mga naka-connect doon is hindi rin namin makikita. So, separate silang connection. Okay? Pero, ang pinaka-main source mo pa rin is yung kay PLDT. So, yun lang. Sana naintindihan ninyo. So, thank you everyone for watching the video.